Mathews finally reclaimed the Lonsdale belt with a tight split decision win to take Martin Gethin's British lightweight title in Liverpool. The likeable Scouser briefly held the title in 2012 and longed for the chance to wear the famous strap once more. And he seized his chance, edging the Warsaw man over 12 tough rounds as Gethin's tidy boxing proved insufficient.
I thought I won 8 rounds and I draw 2, maybe lost 2, but listen, I'm not moaning. I've come out British champion. When I had split decision, I thought, not again. This is going to be like the Anthony Collar fight where it was going to be a draw, and I couldn't be bothered going through that again with him. But listen, I've won. I thought the decision was right. It could have been wiser on all the other scorecards, and you know, I'm British champion. I couldn't be happier. I think I proved I still got it. I've got 12 good rounds in me. I proved I can listen to a game plan, and I think I proved that people in there, I thought they all were expecting a war from the first few rounds. They were expecting it's going to be all, you know, big bombs going, but I knew I had to stick to a plan because Martin's a tough kid, tough fighter, and you know, I showed tonight, and I've come out British champion, and I couldn't be any happier.
I thought I'd done enough, you know what I mean? Being the champion, you get it, in most champions, you get it more edge in their way, you know, if it's a tight decision. But obviously, you know, all the write-ups I've seen, all it's been is some promoter on about him, so you know for a fact if I'm coming here it's going to be a tight decision, he's going to get to his way. I mean, it's my fault letting him go to a tight decision, but you know, he kept himself in there, we had a hard fight, it was a good fight, I hope he can make it a fight of the year, like, you know, that should have been my belt. I know it was a close decision, you know, but...
Local lad Thomas Stalker moved to 8-0 with a wide points win against tricky Yorkshireman Ryan Hardy.
Tom, thanks for joining us. Wide, clear points win over Ryan Hardy, but it wasn't the easiest night you've had.
Yeah, you know, it was just frustrating. I just listened to my corner and I didn't because he was a bit awkward. I hit him in the second round and he went in basically to survival mode, was doing all mad, frustrating swings and stuff. And yeah, I felt like I went down to his level instead of stepping it up more. But you know, it was an 8-round fight. I've done another 8-rounder, and it's moving on now to my next fight.
It's your first fight with Seamus Macklin since the move. Talk us through the decision behind that change.
Yeah, it was just obviously, you know, there's a lot of distraction in Liverpool. I met up with he's now a good friend of mine, Daniel, who's a big part of MGM Marbella, and Matthew Macklin, and they basically said, why don't you come over? So I went over, done one session with Seamus, and I knew that was the right decision for me. Seamus is an exceptional coach, he's very young, but he talks sense, and we're on the same page, and I know I'm going to get better and better with him, and I'm going to progress into a very good fighter.
So what's next then? You're looking at stepping up to get 10 rounds under your belt and then move up in level?
Yeah, you know, I think my next fight could be a 10 round. I'll sit down with Frank Warren. He just texted me then saying he wants to speak to me on Monday. So I'll sit down with him and Daniel, my manager, and then they'll sort out my next fight.
Brilliant, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you very much, pal. Cheers.
There were also wins for Chris Eubank Jr. and Terry Flanagan at the Olympia.